think my way out of this. My intellect was useless. My ego, which is pretty strong, as are many of the egos in this room, and I mean that in the best possible way, was shattered. You lose your sense of self in depression, so that didn't work. My emotions were dead. Depression is not feeling sad. Depression is being unable to feel anything, so the emotions weren't there. And my will was so minuscule as to hardly be noticeable. It involved things like getting up at 10 in the morning instead of 10:30 and keeping that in a journal as if it were a great accomplishment, which it was. I mean, part of what I learned was to value small things in myself. So there were moments in that depression when way back in the thickets of my life, I could feel a little stirring, like that wild thing, that wild animal that Mary Oliver refers to in the poem. And I came to think of the soul as a wild animal, that little spark, that little stirring that made me think, I can make it one more day. I won't kill myself today, because that's where I was on some days. What came to me as I emerged from depression was that the soul is like a wild animal in two respects. It's very resourceful, it's very savvy, it's very sinewy and strong. It knows how to survive in places where there's very little to eat, like an animal in the deep woods. But at the same time, like a wild animal, it's very shy. And we know that if we want to see a wild animal, the last thing we should do is go crashing into the woods shouting for it to come out, right? And yet a lot of our institutional life is like, put it on the table, folks, you know.
Or cross-examine it.
Yeah, cross-examining it, or get it, you know, share.
Elevator pitch.
Yeah, share or die, you know, kind of. And so the safe space is where the wild animal can put in an appearance. And I value it for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today, Josh Klein was talking about rebellion through hacking. And he talked about the elegant hack of solving a problem with the fewest amount of code, the easiest, quickest solution. You're talking about rebellion and efficiency in a totally different way, and your life's work, and that it will take forever to get to it. So I would just love to hear your perspective on kind of the simplicity or the quickness of the technology side of this rebellion,